So the first step of the whale painting is doing the outlines. Um, and once you're done with the outlines, you can start with color blocking. The first part of the ocean in the front of the painting is a dark blue, and as you move backwards into the ocean, it becomes like a turquoise color. To mix turquoise, you make you use blue and you mix a little bit of white, and then you add drops of yellow until it becomes turquoise. Don't add too much yellow, otherwise it will become too green. And then for the sky, we use a light blue. I then start adding the same color of the sky to the little reflections on the water where there is white foam. You will see there where the tail enters the water. There's some light blue, and it's the same color of the sky. Then I used a very tiny brush with a very sharp little point to do those little light blue lines on the dark blue water part. And then I start with a whale tail. I don't just use a pure black, I mix some dark blue with that black, and then I get this rich black color that I outline the tail with, and I do that middle part, as you can see. I then start adding little dots. The more paint you have on your sharp tip paintbrush, the more rounder you'll get the little dots. Ensure that the edges of the black area starts breaking up, and it's not a solid black line. So that it's almost like it breaks up into little bubbles with the black dots. And you can also use white if you want to break up that solid black line. I then add my pure white that I mix with a little bit of light blue again, but it's more white than blue. And then I start adding some of those highlights on the water. You'll see I just made little lines here and there. Sometimes I mix it up with little squiggles, and other times I just make little dots. You'll see there's also some of those splashes moving up the tail, little white dots that I mixed. I use less and less blue, and it's almost like a pure white, and then I just touch up that foamy parts and the little splashes on the tail. So I hope that makes sense. And you'll see on the last photo, that is basically the inspiration painting that we used. And you can obviously take your time and make the tail your own, as humpback whales all have different tails and not exactly the same dots. So be creative and enjoy.